On the news tonight, FCT Minister resolute on opening up road network in satellite towns.
The directive from Mr. President to see that all areas, not only the city but also in the satellite towns, are all opened up.
And FCT Commissioner of Police parades car theft syndicate.
Members of the body should be wary about those they employ.
Hello viewer, good evening and thank you for joining us on the news desk of Nta Channel 5 Abuja at 7. My name is Tessie Omeri. Members of the Federal Executive Council under the chairmanship of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu have honored the late Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Torid Lagbaja, by postponing the council meeting earlier scheduled for Wednesday. State House correspondent Musbao Danwahab reports on the mood at the presidential villa earlier today. Moving on, the Federal Capital Territory Administration says it is resolute at opening up road networks within the city center and satellite towns. This came to life during the inspection tour of the ongoing Apple mechanic and other road projects within the district. Onoze Yakubu reports.
The chaotic traffic gridlock experienced by motorists, especially during rush hours along the Apple Mechanic Road by Kabusa Junction, is a challenge that needs to be addressed. It is to this end that the FCT Minister Yeson Wike, in company of the FCD Executive Secretary Shehu Hadi Ahmad, inspected the ongoing road construction that connects the outer Southern Expressway.
On the extreme end is the left-hand service carriageway, which they are working on, which when we leave here is where we are going to monitor the progress on that work. And then this also forms the position where, in your opinion, these two main carriages will be extended to Lokogoma, which is the ring road too.
The minister expresses his administration readiness to open up a network of routes in line with President Tinubu's directive.
We want to expand because that will now reduce the traffic as we want it. So that it means that we have to do another 6 lanes to take it down to Wasa. In that case, we'll be able to have reduced to Kukuma. Then in that case, we'll be able to reduce the traffic up to 90-95%. Like I've said, it's a directive from Mr. President to see that all areas, not only the city but also in the satellite towns, are all opened up with road infrastructure.
He adds that with rapid attention given to road infrastructure, Abuja will not remain the same. Onoze Yakubu, Nta News.
The FCT Police Command has paraded 23 suspects terrorizing residents in the territory and border towns through varying crimes. CPFC Command Olatunji Disu says the command will continue to leverage on technology in its fight against criminals in the FCT. Asebe Williams reports.
Parading the 23 suspects, the FCT Commissioner of Police, Olatunji Disu, attributes the breakthrough to intelligence and effective use of technology, saying it will be a continuous fight. The suspects, a notorious robbery gang of 4, specialize in car snatching within the territory with a very fast mode of operation. When they steal a car, disengaging any tracking gadgets and immediately moving the stolen car to neighboring Nasarawa, Kaduna or Kano states, where buyers are already on standby. While the gang's leader, Chidiebere, is still at large, his accomplices are still in denial.
Then give me car to sell. From there, then price the car 1.5. Then call the owner, say make him come bring the particulars of the car, and I ain't wrong.
Other suspects, including one chance syndicate, a group of 2 impersonating the police and DSS, amongst others.
Members of the public should be wary about those they employ to serve as their drivers and house help. Take your time to interview them well. Take your time to find out records, take your time to ensure that one or two persons stand as surety for them, because you are not sure of the person you are bringing into your household. There may be criminals waiting for you to hand over the keys of your possession to them for them to rob you.
A total of 23 exhibits, including guns and ammunition, as well as 13 vehicles, were recovered from the 23 suspects. The CP is calling on members of the public who have been victims of car snatching to come to the command to check and make claims where possible. In Abuja, Asabe Williams, NTA News.
Now to safety on the highway. The Federal Road Safety Corps FRSC FCT Sector Commander Chori Mutar has launched the 2024 Ember Month Sensitization Campaign with a crucial theme: Speak Up Against Dangerous Driving. Asabe Williams brings us details.
Considering the surge in road travels during the Ember months for commercial and festive purposes, which unfortunately has been linked to numerous road crashes, resulting in loss of lives and properties, this campaign has been considered as timely.
The task of ensuring a safer motoring environment in Nigeria is a crucial and collective responsibility. Relevant stakeholders in road transportation sector are invited to work together with the Corps to address road carnage. Motorists are expected to take full responsibility of their actions and inactions on the road by maintaining their vehicles, obeying traffic laws and other road regulations. We must take proactive steps to provide hope, not fear, when using our roads, as consequences of our actions or inactions will be severe if we fail to address these challenges.
As part of the campaign, Mutar emphasized the importance of passengers speaking out when they find themselves in vehicles. He urged passengers to take an active role in ensuring their safety by reporting or speaking up against reckless driving.
This strategy arose from the need to engage passengers and encourage them to assert their rights, thereby curbing drivers' excesses, because it is on record that more passengers are killed in road traffic crashes than drivers. Hence, the need to take up responsibility of being more vigilant while on transit.
In the meantime, the FRSC has also called on stakeholders in the transportation sector to collaborate in promoting road safety. This partnership, the command says, is vital in curbing the alarming rate of road crashes during the Ember months. In Abuja, Asabe Williams, NTA News.
I'm still talking the 2024 Ember Months campaign of FRSC with the theme Speak Up Against Dangerous Driving. Crashes kill more passengers than drivers. The campaign kicked off with a walk from the Asokoro Central Business Area through major routes and culminating at the Nigerian Television Authority Channel 5 premises, where the GM's representative received the campaigners. Hawa Gimba takes it up from here.
The walk, we started from the Asokoro Maitama Central Business Area and terminated at the Nta Channel 5 Abuja, aims to raise awareness about road safety and curb avoidable accidents during the Ember months, notorious for increased road travel risks. Campaigns focus on re-educating passengers about their rights and promoting safe driving practices is crucial in minimizing road crashes. FCT FRSC Sector Commander Mutua Chori says the key objectives of the campaign is minimize road crashes through responsible driving and passengers' vigilance, as well as promote passengers' rights, thereby empowering passengers to speak up against reckless driving.
We want to sensitize members of the public that the moment you enter any public transport or any kind of vehicle for that matter, you become a stakeholder, or is a contractual agreement between you and the driver to take you from point A to point B intact, without any injury, without even psychological trauma.
Collaborative work with the National Emergency Management Agency, FCT, NEMA, security agencies and non-governmental organizations, and Special Marshal had their voices to ensure safer roads during the Ember months and beyond.
When the driver is under an influence of whether for alcohol or whatever thing, you are in that vehicle, you have a responsibility to speak up.
Us at the National Emergency Management Agency, we have ambulance base scattered all over the FCT, and we are always on ground to support them in every way.
Any passenger that gets home safe, kudos to the driver. So this, we stand and we partner with road safety
in support of road safety, that passengers should speak up.
On behalf of the General Manager, Nta Channel 5, Abuja, Paul Ate, and Assistant Director News, Rose Gia, received the banner, hence the partnership in projecting the issues of road safety.
So I want to appreciate you. When we do the job together, it works.
The FRSC's efforts align with the nationwide Ember Month sensitization campaign launched by the Corps Marshal Shehu Mohammed, emphasizing the importance of road safety during peak travel seasons. Hawagimba, NTA News.
Abuja, Nigeria's capital city, is rapidly modernizing, but with some underutilized infrastructure, like the FCDA Southern Parkway Underpass Bridge. Hawagimba reports that many residents of the FCT are unaware of this facility, as many say lack of awareness might be due to inadequate signage or information dissemination.
The Federal Capital Territory infrastructure development is ongoing, but some facilities remain underutilized. This goes to say that the efforts of the Federal Capital Development Authority aimed at creating a well-planned city may end in futility. One of such facilities is the Southern Parkway Underpass Bridge, designed for pedestrian safety, which remains unknown to many and abandoned by those who have the knowledge. Speaking with those crossing the popular FCDA Southern Parkway Express, this is what I got.
To me, it's not accessible. I'm not aware of the underground footpath for us to be using. And I've been using this road for like more than 5 years. This place has not been accessible for us to be using.
I didn't see pathway here.
Okay.
Where is it? Okay, this one. And maybe this one is easier, but look at how the cars are running. Look at how they are running, but this one is easier, and this one you cannot notice it.
Okay.
Because they have to do it in a way that as you are coming out, you just see it and enter.
Like me, I don't even aware of it, because most time we used to use their place before they lock it.
Some residents suggest raising awareness through signage and education that will encourage effective utilization. A good signage and enforcement, as well as mobile court and payment of fine, is suggested to be indicated for defaulters. Director Engineering in the FCDA, Richard Unana, says the underpass facility had existed before the construction of the Southern Parkway, adding that its purpose is to provide safe passage.
Pedestrians are not expected to be running across, the road because it's an expressway. Now, the underpass is provided to connect the offices that are on the western side to the offices on the eastern side. And of course, there's daily interaction, and that is a major activity around here. And so the underpass was provided so that pedestrians will not have to be running across the road, and they follow the underpass.
In their appeal to the present administration of the FCT, Abuja's infrastructure development requires residents' awareness, especially the FCDA Southern Parkway Underpass Bridge, which is just one example among many. Hawagimba, NTA News.
Drug abuse is prevalent today. This, however, calls for collective responsibility to tackle the alarming rate of abuse of substances by breaking the chains of addiction in both adults and young people. These were the submissions of stakeholders at the Drug Abuse Awareness Program of the Abuja Municipal Area Council in Wuse, Abuja. Deborah Gazajimaika reports that the advocacy for a free and drug society will be extended to parts of the municipal.
Some of the things that drive especially youth into drug abuse, as highlighted by stakeholders, were peer pressure and suppression, frowning at the menace of drug addiction, which has rendered people unproductive in the society. Everyone is urged to provide support for drug addicts instead of stereotype.
If you know you have a friend who is a user, I implore you never to distance yourself from him, but to try as much as you can as human being, to draw his attention, to advise him, to pray for him.
Keynote speaker from the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency FCT Command Ugochukwu looked at the gateway drugs such as alcohol among others, challenging parents to sit up, communicating effectively with their wards to get information about their feelings at any point in time.
Enter your children's room and you see weed honestly on the ground. Some parents will say, these children are very careless. See their room. That thing you're saying that is dirty is actually weed particles. You should be able to know weed when you see it.
About the alarming rate of drug abuse in Nigeria, especially in Wuse, Abuja, where the big market is located, abuse of substances is no longer masked. Councillor representing Wuse Ward, Matthias Aliu, initiated a drug-free awareness campaign emphasizing collective efforts in creating awareness, educating and sensitizing the public on the dangers of drug abuse.
Actually, what we're doing here, we're using Wuse as the flag off. The chairman of Abuja Municipal Area Council, Honorable Christopher Zaka Mekalango, is really interested in the youths. So what he wants is that he wants to see how he can empower the youths. And he sees that if he's empowering them and they still have cases of drug abuse, there is no way he can make any head forth or any way forward. So he wants to try and see how he can face the problem, the challenges that are facing the youth, which is drug abuse. So after this, subsequently, other wards, we are going to see this kind of programs going on.
The program observed that change is one thing that is constant and there can be change of attitude among Nigerians. In Abuja, Deborah Gazajimaika, NTA News.
Let's join our sports desk for Sports Brief.
Nigeria's caretaker coach, Austin Eguavoen, has submitted the squad for the upcoming 2025 African Cup of Nations qualifiers. The Super Eagles, topping their group with 10 points, face Benin Republic on November 14th and Rwanda on November 18th. A draw against Benin Republic secures Nigeria's 2025 AFCON ticket. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Customs basketball women's team defeated Energy Basketball Club of Benin Republic 58-39 in the FIBA African Women's Basketball League Zone 3 qualifier 2024. Sports Secretary Samuel Onikeku praised the team's fighting spirit and urged them to stay focused. The team, defending champions, aim to qualify from Group B. Finally, Edo Queens have been charged by the Edo State government to excel at the 2024 CAF Women's Champions League in Morocco. The team, making their maiden appearance, won the Wafubi Women's Championship in Côte d'Ivoire. Chairman Yusuf Ali urged the players to replicate their success, facing Mamelodi Sundowns, CBE and FC Massar in Group B. With Sports Brief, Wayne Dugu, NTA News.
And the body of late wife of the former Chief of Defense Staff, Mrs. Aminat Modupe Ibrahim, has been laid to rest at the Gudu Cemetery. The deceased and late wife of Admiral Olalao Ibrahim, who died late hours of Tuesday, has been described as a pillar among military families, women folks, and the entire humanity. Former Chief of Naval Staff Vice Admiral Usman Jibril and a host of sympathizers were at the National Mosque, Abuja, for prayers for the deceased. Onotu Yakubu has details.
Dr. Kabir Adam of the National Mosque led the Janaza prayer. While praying for the repose of the soul of the deceased, Imam Kabir Adams seeks Allah's forgiveness, mercy and paradise for the late Aminat Modupe Ibrahim. Chief of the Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ikechukwu Ogala, colleagues and associates described the deceased as an embodiment of love, humility, and an enigma who broke barriers to pave the way for ease of life for spouses of personnel.
The whole military and up to the police who miss a great leader, a genius, and a family woman. And of course, she has her children, and we pray that Almighty will bless the husband and the children. It is a painful death.
To family members who spoke off camera, late Aminat Modupe was a community mobilizer who will forever be remembered as an extraordinary woman with unwavering commitment to the good of all humanity. The deceased, until her death, was at various times former president of NOAA and the POA. She died during a brief illness on Tuesday, November 5. Onotu Yakubu, Nta News.
May God rest her soul. It is on that sad note we conclude the English version of the news. Stay with us for the translation in other languages. Good evening.
Kwa wewe wona na iwo abada zaza isha daje zuma woni ye wago bagnai wakin na bado onko atnte jimbai bagage abo fafa ni ton ko impate na mona dan nailo bajege bala azoko luko shejaje nu jimie nu aji nimba wolo vivi zanu wala shiba we be na badai onese yakubu wanga minister kin na yeso wuke woni dade sai wa bi shiba wen lo wenje zokoluko nu ajilo ajinu apo amato apajimpa bedo nu azokoluko ajeyi abusibida knejimpa adnagmai no bajilo nanu ojinzinde bagage baku azawan shiba chegun ata mbani ta yelege aza ba nwa eje nu awe pepeyun nanu ojinzinda yen tukotunu ba benoko jimbo asebe William wale shiba webe na bedai waganga gnabi busibida ya nanu ojinzinda na yo olatunji dusu waganga nu ogun to zodan oshan tazosun baba godia ba jin apma nu apabui ayen ba sunkun nu abenoko jin nanu ojinzinda amaje ye osanu bedato mwakpang atatmi ohun asukon saizu.
Jama'a masu kallo da sauraron mu assalamu alaikum barkanmu da warhaka a takaice ga fasarar wasu daga cikin labaran mu na yau mai karantawa Yusuf Yakub. Hukumar birnin tarayya Abuja ta ce za ta buɗe hanyoyin da ta kammala aikinsu na ƙwaryar birnin Abuja da kewaye domin amfanin jama'a da inganta harkokin sufuri a babban birnin ƙasar. Wakilin mu Shaibu Onezo Yakubu ya shaida mana cewa hukumar ta bayyana haka ne a yayin da tawagar ministan babban birnin tarayya Abuja Nyesom Wike ta kai ziyarar duba aikin hanyar unguwar Apo Mechanic Village da sauran hanyoyi da ake aikin su a nan birnin tarayya Abuja. Rundunar 'yan sandan Abuja ta gurfanar da mutum 23 da ake zargin su da aikata nau'ikan laifukan Allah wadai daban-daban ga al'ummar Abuja a birnin Abuja da kewaye. Wakiliyar Asabe Williams ta shaida mana cewa kwamishinan 'yan sandan Abuja Olatunji Disu ya ce rundunar za ta ci gaba da farautar miyagu da ɓata gari ba tare da ɗaga ƙafa ba ta hanyar amfani da kayan aikin fasahar tsaro na zamani domin karan rayuka da dukiyoyin al'umma mazauna birnin da kewaye. To a takaice labarin namu ne kenan, sai kuma gobe idan Allah ya kai mu.
Igbo Igbo ekele m unu nọ n'akụkọ nke uhuruchi taa. Aha m bụ Maazị Okwi Francis. Ụlọ ọrụ na-ahụ maka mmepe Abuja bụ isi ala anyị ekwuola na ọ ga-agbapecha ma rụpụtagasị ọtụtụ okporo ụzọ dịgasị n'ime Abuja nakwa gburugburu ya. Nọzọ Yakubu mere ka anyị mata na mkpebi a pụtara ihe mgbe minista nke FCT bụ Nyesom Wike na-agbape ụzọ apụ gawara ebe a na-emezi ụgbọala n'ime FCT. Isi ụlọ ọrụ ndị uwe ojii nke Abuja akpụgharịgo ndị omekome ruru 23 na-egbekpa ụmụ amaala anya ahụ n'ime FCT. Asabe Williams wetara anyị akụkọ a kwuru na ọ bụ onye isi ya bụ ụlọ ọrụ nke Abuja bụ Olatunji Disu kpụgharịrị ndị a ma kwe nkwa na ụlọ ọrụ ya ga-eji akụrụngwa teknụzụ ọgbara ọhụrụ were nwudosie ma buso ya bụ omekome agha na ime FCT. Ndewo gị onye ọma kiriri anyị, ka ọ dịkwa echi mgbe anyị ga-ezute ọzọ. Ndewo.